Hola, good people, and welcome back to We Are the New Normal. I am Sam. Thank you for coming back to see me today. So today I just wanted to talk about something very simple, yet very important, especially in our day today, and that is question everything. Question everything. We are lucky that we live in an age where information is so readily available to us. We don't have to go to the library anymore and know the Dewey Decimal System, or we don't have to go into our house and dust off the Encyclopedia Britannicas to try to find information. We simply can go to the internet, type it in Google or any other myriad of search engines, and get the information popped up right in front of us in an instant, what we're looking for. But the thing that you have to be careful about is now, unlike, let's say, 20 years ago even news and media outlets are being contributed to by the everyday person. We don't have reporters who, when news was reported a long time ago, let's say over 20 years ago, the news reporter needed to be unbiased. There was no emotion. It was just stating facts and reporting the news. Nowadays, everything is kind of editorialized. Everything is that person's opinion, or people can sit on the news and tell a story and be like, oh, that's terrible. Before, none of that personal, opinionated content could be included in the news. We just wanted just the straight facts. Well, now that the news is being reported by anybody who claims that they're an expert, they can put their own opinion into it. Their perspective comes from what they've experienced in life, where they live, what they've interacted with, who they've interacted with, and it may not necessarily even be facts. It may simply just be a representation of the very small world that they are exposed to. So we have to be careful who we're getting our information from. Do we trust that source? Is that person an expert? Nowadays, everyone has a YouTube channel, myself included. I don't claim to be an expert on anything except my journey. So any of this information that I give you, I expect that you look it up. You do a little research. You look into it yourself. Kind of throw it around in your mind and see how you feel about it before you just say, I said it, so you do it. I am no expert. There's a lot of people on YouTube who have channels who speak with such confidence as if they are experts. For example, just this morning, my daughter was watching one of her young ladies that she enjoys watching. She does morning routines and different hairstyles, makeup, clothing, things like that. But the young lady is 19, and she often says things that show her lack of experience, her ignorance, and her youth. And the thing that's crazy about it is when she's on there, she speaks like she's so knowledgeable and she's such an expert, and she sounds ridiculous. But it's okay because she's young, and we know that the misinformation that she's giving is harmless. But think about how loud and wrong she could be at 19, talking about hair and makeup and eyelashes and clothing, which she's probably close to an expert on at her age. And just realize that there are tons of other people out there on the internet, vlogs, websites, YouTube, Instagram, all of them, you name it. There are people on there who claim to be experts, and they talk with the utmost authority. What you have to do is you have to take that information, mull it around, maybe look up some things, ask some folks, and come to your own conclusion. Don't be so easily force-fed everything that you just accept anything that is told to you. It sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, so-and-so said it. It must be true. Question everything. When it comes to those of us who suffer with mental challenges, the most important person to question everything about is your doctor. The reason why I say this is for several reasons. One reason being, doctors in the United States are doctors of medicine. They are doctors of medicine. So what they are trained to do is match the symptom to the pill. Doctors rarely treat underlying root causes. Most, if not all, doctors are treating, not all now, but most doctors, the whole crux of how things are done here is doctors treat the symptoms. So once you give them a set of symptoms or a set of things that you are suffering from, they find the correct pill to correct that. Now we know that a pill will help this and hurt that. Every single pill, every single medication, when doctors give it to you, they give it to you based on a ratio. A ratio of, I can't remember what the exact ratio is called. Basically, it's like benefit to risk or benefit to side effect. That's the ratio. And if the ratio is high enough on the end of benefit, and it's still, the side effect ratio is still, they kind of reason that, hey, at least you're getting more benefit than bad out of it, so here, take that pill. Now, when it comes to us that suffer from mental challenges, you must realize that there's a lot of medications out there that they are using for mental illness that was not necessarily first created to help mental illnesses. A lot of those medications include things to help seizure activity, to help you stop smoking, to help you lose weight. And they found that the side effect of some of these pills were it put people in a better mood. It helped stabilize mood, or it knocked off anxiety. And so therefore now they use that pill for that, for anxiety, when it's really classified as a anti-nausea pill or something like that. So you have to be very careful when you go to the doctor, and you tell your doctor what's going on and he prescribes a pill. You need to ask, what is this pill for? What does this pill treat? What does this pill do? Don't be shocked if they say, okay, well, this is an anti-seizure medication, but it helps blah, blah, blah. That's the nature of the drug. They find out through trial and error that although we may have initially created it to fight high blood pressure, we found out, hey, it makes your waist snatched. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm being funny, but you just have to be aware that although it may sound strange when your doctor tells you what the medication was initially created for and what he is giving it to you for, just do your research. Once again, if it makes sense to you, all right then. If it doesn't, you have the right to say, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't think that this is what I'd like to take. This is not what I would like to do. Can we try an alternative method? With medications specifically for mental challenges, for depression, for anxiety, one of the major side effects is sexual dysfunction. It makes it difficult for you to climax. It makes it difficult for you to really be in touch with your emotions. And it can cause difficulty in relationships. And you may think that it's something wrong with you, but you're not realizing that the side effect of this medication, while it is dampening your response to all this external stimuli, it's also dampering when you're stimulated in other ways. It dampens that all across the board. That's just one, and it is a major one for most antidepressant medications. So when your doctor is ready to give you a prescription for 3 different pills, talk, ask questions, question everything. It got to the point for me where I had to switch doctors because the doctor wasn't making any sense to me. What he prescribed to me wasn't making sense to me. When I expressed that I didn't feel comfortable, the attitude that I got back was not what I was looking for. You have to be brave enough to say, you know what, I'm going to take a stand and I'm going to do what I think is right for me. No one else is going to do that for you. You have to be your own advocate. Question everything. Everything. I found out in my attempts to, I guess, self-diagnose, not my mental illnesses, but just other illnesses. I've done so much research and found a lot of information that makes it clear to me how the body's functions all work together and how everything is affected by everything else. I was told I had high cholesterol. I was told I was pre-diabetic. I was told that I had high blood pressure. I've had all sorts of physical symptoms. I've gotten an MRI, a CAT scan, a X-ray, everything that you can imagine, blood work, urine samples, everything, EKGs, stress test. I've done it all. And every doctor either says, go home, you're healthy as a horse, or they give me a pill for something a problem that I don't even have. They're guessing. They're trying to send you home with a smile on your face, or trying to send you home feeling that what you've come in there for has been addressed. It still hasn't been addressed. Honestly, I found that everything that was going on with my body physically, the reason why it wouldn't register when I go to get basic tests from the doctor is because it's all due to stress. Stress manifests itself in so many different ways that mimics so many other illnesses. And so they want to put me on cholesterol medication, want to put me on high blood pressure medication, want to do this, want to do that. When I found the solution for myself. And the way that I found the solution was I began to question everything. I began to question the pills. I began to question what my blood work was saying. I began to question what my lab results were. And I did my own research, and I came to find out that there is no medication that will help reduce stress per se. It is a mind thing. It is something that you have to control on yourself with diet, mindset, exercise, a whole well-rounded and balanced life. And none of that includes medication. None of it. So I encourage you all to question absolutely everything. There's so many things in the medical industry that is false. There's so many things that are pushed knowing that it is incorrect, but it keeps money in people's pockets. And I hate to be, sound really negative, but it is very, very true that a lot of the illnesses that are diagnosed are false. Lots of cancers, false. High blood pressure, diabetes in the Black community and the Latino community, false. And the reason why is because that keeps you just sick enough to still have enough life to go to work and pay for the pills that you'll have to take for the rest of your life. So I encourage you to question absolutely everything. All the videos you see on YouTube, how to do this, how to do that, how to cook this, calorie content, keto, weight loss, everything, question it all. Do not be force-fed. Do not be blind sheep. Do not just allow them to brainwash you. You are an individual. You have a brain of your own. God wants you to use that. The universe wants you to use that. You want to use it. That's what you have it for. So use it. Question everything. And it's not necessarily to prove everything wrong. It's to know what you need to do and do the right thing. It's great when you find out that, oh my gosh, like they're right. I'm not trying to say that you got to prove everybody wrong. But before you take steps towards your own healing, before you take steps towards changing your diet, before you take steps towards taking your car to a certain mechanic, get some backup information that pretty much solidifies what you have heard. If it resonates with you and it feels good, then you move with it. But you cannot think that just allowing people to spew information in your direction and you just be an open container and take it all is going to be healthy for you. So use some discernment and question everything. All right? So as I bake here, I'm really shocked. I'm glad I'm out here just baking in that direct sunlight because it's the middle of October and I'm just reveling in the last sunny days. It's actually warm out here, so excuse me if y'all can barely see me. I'm just soaking it all in. All right, so the gem that I would like to drop on you guys today is by the Buddha. And he says, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense. Question everything. Let that melt on your mind as I go and melt today the rest of this sunshine and enjoy my sun while I still have it on these lovely warm fall days. So I hope everyone has a wonderful start to their week. Happy Monday. Happy fall. It's not fall yet. Not yet. A 2 weeks and we'll be in fall. But thank you once again, everybody, for coming to see me. I hope that this information helps you. I hope that it helps someone. If you enjoy these videos, of course, give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. And if you think this information can help someone, by all means, share it. Thanks once again for always coming to see me. And you know what I'm going to say. You are good people. Have a good life.